Hi you guys, it's me Robin Joy here, back with another video. And today, as you can see from the title, we're gonna do a little ranting and just makeup. This is just my simple go-to easy glam look. I did kind of interchange a few products that aren't normal, so this isn't necessarily a tutorial, but you'll definitely be following along with me to achieve this look. But this is more so for me to just catch you up on life and certain things that I just wanted to vent about that happened to me last year. So if you're interested on getting this look as well as listening to me rant, just keep on watching. Okay y'all, so let's get started. I put on these patches because I did have a little bit of extra discoloration under my eyes this morning. This is by Faded, but they're just some eye patches that help with like discoloration, and it did help. Okay guys, so I'm just gonna do my simple glam look today, and I think I'm gonna keep it pretty neutral too. I don't think I'm gonna do too much sparkle, so I'm just gonna go in on my base. I'm gonna be using Milk Hydro Grip primer for that, and just 2 pumps. But I wanted to do this video. I've been trying to film this video, y'all, forever, but my schedule just has not allowed. And I feel like while we're talking about elevating and transforming and all this other glow up talk for 2024, that I would just still do it anyway, as I want to talk about 2023. And I want to address it because there were a lot of things that happened while I was building my platform, or beginning to build in 2023, and then I took like a little hiatus in the fall. But I never did come back and fully address that hiatus, nor did I address just little things that were going on that I wanted to address with you guys. So I was like, well, I guess I need to actually finally put it out there. And I didn't address it because I wanted to package it, you know, in a good digestive way, I guess you could say. Easily digestible, but just kind of straight to the point. I'm going to be putting on my NARS Soft Matte Complexion. This is in the shade Caracas. So like I was saying earlier, as I was just kind of building my platform, being more active on social media, I ended up taking a hiatus in the fall. And I guess I should just start by talking about just my year in general, because it kind of all ties in together, and the things that I learned last year that I'm taking with me, of course, into 2024. So my word of the year was alignment. God gave me the word alignment. He was going to align me, make sure that he was aligning me to my destiny. And then he kind of gave me like the sub of everything. As long as you stay within me, everything will be in timing. Like, you'll always be right on time. So I was so excited about this word, y'all, because I was like, yes. And I was only thinking about like all the good things that come with alignment, you know what I mean? But when I say that, I realized that it was going to be more of a pruning season for me, or a pruning year, a year of God exposing me to me. I was not ready. Okay, so the year started off great. Of course, I went to Miami and I had a wonderful time there, and then I just started pushing out content on IG, and I was definitely planning to start my YouTube then, or relaunch my YouTube, because some of you might know, but I only had like a little over 100 subscribers there. I had already launched one YouTube, and I just ended up relaunching another one like late this year. I just wanted to start fresh. If you guys know, the people that know my channel know that I was in a relationship and ended up being engaged, and I just wanted a fresh start. especially since I ended up calling that whole relationship from the engagement, wedding, like everything off. After that, I didn't want the energy. I was like in a really just not so good place, and I didn't want to bring that energy into what God was doing in me. But in relaunching, I definitely wanted, I guess, to kick off on the right foot. I really wanted everything to be, I guess, perfect. That's like kind of the perfectionist in me. I just, if I'm gonna give you something, I'm gonna give you the best quality I can. Makeup Forever, y'all, the concealer. This is the matte velvet skin, but I'm gonna be going in first with the shade 4.5, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and take 4.4 on the inner corners and then just buff out everywhere else with the 4.5. As I kept trying to like finally start the channel, something would always happen, you guys. And that was where the alignment came in. My skin had started kind of changing not even last year, but like 2022. I started like having some hormonal changes, or experiencing some hormonal changes. I've always suffered from hormonal acne, and I had actually gotten my skin, like, in my eyes, like the best it had ever been before then. But like the winter of 2022, I took a contract in New Orleans, and I think it was a mixture of different things going on life-wise, as well as me taking that contract, being in a new environment. It was like a little combination of everything, okay? And ended up just having like a really bad breakout, hormonal breakout. I think it was over here. Yeah, it was over here on this side of my face. So I really only had that, but I did start noticing more and more issues, like a little bump here, a little bump there. So I was starting to scar up. And I had a dermatologist at the time, but I had been working with her for years, so I already knew what regimen she was going to put me on. And I didn't want to do that anymore because it makes your skin like really almost raw pink. But it works, you know, it works. But I just didn't want to have to do that again. She had prescribed me another medication, but I really couldn't tell a difference in it working with the pigmentation or with me like new breakouts. So I started going to my esthetician more, and she didn't have, at the time, you guys, this is MAC, I didn't say it, MAC Studio Fix, their 24-hour smooth wear concealer. But my esthetician didn't have, I wanted to do like the V-peel, and the young lady that I went to, she did say like it would take at least 3 to 4 treatments before I saw at least a slight difference, to be honest. And I was like, 3 to 4 treatments, you know? And I was like, so I won't even see a little difference with this. And y'all, my skin really wasn't like horrible. It just wasn't, I was going for that glass skin look, you know? And I just wanted to really get the pigmentation that I had. Like my skin now, if y'all took a close look at it earlier, looks worse than what it did back then. And even now, it's not, in my opinion now, it's like at a good, you know, consistent, well, it looks fine. So I did that first V-peel, and after that, you know, I didn't even notice like a texture difference or anything. But like I said earlier, my issues weren't like texture, it was literally just the hyperpigmentation. So I decided to take matters in my own hands. Why? I don't know. I just was like, you know, I managed to get my skin pretty well off, you know, prior to everything, and I'll just manage now. But the things that I started doing, y'all, they were way too harsh, way too harsh. And I'm not even gonna show y'all a picture of how I looked by this like late summer. So I was not about to film. Like, I had started even filming like little shorts on IG, and I was gearing up to like start my my makeup routines and everything else. But my skin had gotten so bad from me doing what I had done to where I wasn't about to film nothing. Okay, I didn't even want to film fitness. Like, I would film my fitness videos and I would see my skin and I would just be like, girl. So I finally found me a new dermatologist, y'all, and got on some medication, because I was like, I can't do this anymore. And it wasn't even about filming at that point. It was more so about like my confidence at that point was like really shot. And I'm not saying that your confidence should be tied to how you look, but when you look in the mirror and you like what you see, like, you feel better, you feel more confident. And I just was not feeling confident at that point. So I just took a hiatus. I also knew too, even if I did start filming during that time, I already knew that, or at least I felt like I was gonna get those idiots that's just like, well, if you laid off the makeup, maybe your skin would look better than what it looks. Why are you putting all that makeup on? Like, I know how crazy people can be, how uneducated and ignorant people are to not realize and know, like, there's so many other ways for you to have acne issues without makeup. So I just wasn't in the mood, and with my confidence not being exactly where it usually is at the time, to educate people on that don't really know any better, I was like, I'm just not gonna film, at least not this month. So a month goes by and I actually start seeing like really quick results with the medication that my doctor put me on. So I was about to start filming again, you guys. As far as my fitness goes, I had decided to do a bulk up. Like, at the beginning of this year, I was pretty lean, and I looked really good. I was confident in my physique, but for whatever reason, I felt like I needed to bulk. I more so wanted like to get more definition, and I knew for that I was definitely gonna have to like challenge my muscles. And I know I could have just continued to lean out, eat high protein, etc., but I was really interested in just doing a bulk out. It's just what I decided to do. And you guys, when I say my muscles were muscling, and that's why I was really upset with like not posting my fitness content at the time, because I looked good. I had put on about 10 pounds, but I was like solid, like Serena competition ready thickness. Okay, I was good. I was proud of myself. And by the time my skin started improving in early September, I was like, okay, well, I'll just film my lean out journey and, you know, start back doing my makeup, etc. I did my first day of lean out, right? My first exercise, of course, is gonna be legs. So I did that routine, and I'm the type of person, like, I have to drink my BCAAs or my recovery drinks and things, because I don't necessarily feel how much pressure I brought onto my body until like maybe the next day, like 24 hours. Like, if I exercise at 3 o'clock today, I'm not gonna even start feeling it until 3 o'clock tomorrow. That was kind of a later workout I did, so it's like I did that Monday. That Tuesday, I was able to go to the gym that morning and do an upper body routine. And that evening, I just started kind of feeling it. I did like an Epsom salt bath, you know, was still doing my BCAAs, but it was different, and I could tell that it was different. This is my one size. It's just translucent setting powder. When I say Wednesday morning, I woke up, my like left glute was on fire. It hurt so bad, and I had this pain before, you guys. A couple of years prior to that incident, the doctor just diagnosed it as what they call now deep gluteal pain, or deep gluteal pain, and it's just like kind of related to your sciatic nerve, and just the positioning of that and this little muscle in your glute called the piriformis. Sometimes if you don't stretch it, keep it warm, etc., you just might experience pain with it, especially like if it grows and it presses on that sciatic nerve. I had experienced this pain before, but never like this, like never. I could not even get out of bed. And mind you, this was like the Wednesday night, the Wednesday day before I was supposed to fly out the very next day for the Woman Evolve conference. This was that part of September. I finally broke down and took ibuprofen at like noon because I couldn't take no more. Like, I'm used to, like, if you move around, usually if you move around with this type of pain, it goes away. It wasn't going away. Like, no matter what I did or how I massaged it, walked around, like, it wasn't going away. I just remember I took the ibuprofen, I finally felt better, but I wasn't like better. I have a good girlfriend that lives in Dallas, so we were like really looking forward to this conference, so I wasn't about to cancel that. And I just was like, you know what, I don't know how I'm gonna get to Dallas, but I'm gonna get there. But y'all, I wasn't even packed Wednesday, and my flight was like for Thursday morning. So I somehow managed to make it. I went to the doctor, and basically she took x-rays, and from what she saw, much hadn't changed. And she was like, well, you know, for you to be experiencing the pain that you're experiencing now, the next steps would be like controlled substances. I was just like, no ma'am. And I'm trying to make this long story short. I'm trying my best, y'all. I'm sorry. This is my NARS, you guys. The NARS finishing powder, yeah, perfecting powder in Bay. I was on like high dose ibuprofen. I went to the conference, enjoyed myself, y'all, but I was still in pain. I was still very much so in pain. So I ended up talking to my life coach about it. She's dealt with this type of pain before as well. She referred this massage therapist to me, and just really suggested that I start getting like athletic massages. This is Coco Naughty, you guys, by Fenty Beauty, and I'm gonna go in, of course, with my mineralized skin finish by MAC. So once she said that in our session, I booked him and I went there because my pain, it really wasn't getting, it was getting better, but it was taking a little bit longer to bounce back from what it had done the couple years prior. You know how I knew what was going on. He too had the same issue I had before. His was more so related to an actual injury. He also recommended to me a chiropractor. So I basically told him, like, I've already gotten, you know, x-rays. The doctors say it's nothing wrong, you know, with me in that aspect. My massage therapist, he was just saying, like, no, it just wouldn't hurt to at least get that free consultation. So I did, and he just asked me, you know, my pain and things. We went through the consultation, and he was like, well, did you guys do a 2-view? And that's like when you're like a more thorough x-ray. He showed me my films, y'all, and with me being a registered nurse, I already kind of know anatomy, but he's still like showing me like the normal anatomy versus my anatomy. And I'm not like horrible bad off, but I definitely could see, like, well, if I'm having these issues, we've probably found the answer, right? So I have a chiropractor now, and he definitely advised me to lay off the weights, all my jumping, all my running and sprinting, like everything that I had planned to start doing for my lean out, which when I put it on pause, he was like, nah, shawty, you can go ahead and cut that out now. I was kind of discouraged, and I just stopped even filming my workouts, and I just wasn't motivated to show that content. That was like the fall hiatus. I was still kind of putting out little things here and there just regarding mental health, because I could definitely identify with mental health at that point, because I was just discouraged. And it wasn't even about putting out content anymore. It was just about me like really realizing like what that meant for me moving forward with my fitness. Some things that I love that I was just gonna have to put on pause. So it sucked. I'm gonna put on my blush first and then I'll set it. This is my Love Joy Mineralized by MAC, November. It really kind of hit me because I start like reflecting and like setting my goals for the new year in like November, early December. Like, what do I want my new year to look like? How do I think I want to work the new year, etc. Especially with me being like a travel nurse, a contracted nurse sometimes, and sometimes I just stay local. I just really was like, had to like take a minute and like really woosah and figure out like, okay, so what does this look like? And I remembered like God gave me the word alignment, and not only had he like just realigned me, you guys, like even like just exposing where I myself was not aligned, even my spine not aligned. Like, so this what you meant with all this alignment talk? And I was just like discouraged, but I was also like hopeful, because I knew like if God was exposing all of that to me, it was definitely for a reason. And whatever that he had for me, like I had to get realigned. Everything needed to be like a 180 turnaround for what he wanted. And a lot of things like I wouldn't have stopped, and that's not even talking about like this whole YouTube journey. That's just what I'm sharing with y'all. But even other things outside of that had to stop. It was like, I know if I didn't do XYZ, you weren't gonna stop it on your own. So I had to do this so that you could stop. Okay guys, so I just did my brows off camera, and as well as set my lids with a little concealer and translucent powder. I used the Precisely My Brow Pencil in 4.5, and then Anastasia Beverly Hills, their Brow Freeze. I want it to be simple but still moody, so I think I'm not gonna use more than 2 colors. And I'm gonna start with E9, this shade right here, and I'm just gonna use that in my crease. But in hindsight now, looking in, I am very grateful and excited for what's to come for me. I have way more perspective on who I am and what I need to be working on in this season of my life. So my doctor finally said that he feels comfortable with me doing like light weights again, in which that's all I need, because I want to just lean out and tone up. And I can still build muscle with light weights as well. It just wouldn't be a massive amount, but honestly, I don't need to build like a massive amount of muscle at this point anyway. I just need to lean out. And I didn't need weights to lean out either, y'all understand that, but I just like to at least use some form of resistance, which he didn't want me doing nothing but like walking. But I will be taking you guys along with me on my fitness journey as we start new. I plan to do another video just as far as my fitness goals are concerned. I'm just gonna use like a smaller little brush, and I'm gonna take E4. I think that's it. Like, I don't want it to be super smoky. I just need a little bit of assistance as far as dimension goes. And I'm just kind of going inside the crease and then buffing upward. And I think that's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put a little lid color in there and call it a day, cause honey. But I am so happy to be in 2024, you guys. I know a lot of people say like, don't wait until the new year and God doesn't move like year by year, but I just feel like it's like a beautiful thing to have a new year. It's almost like a reset, and you definitely don't have to wait for a new year to reset. But I guess since my birthday is like January 2nd, New Year's January 1st, I just feel like it's kind of like special to me too in that sense. But I just feel like it's something special about a new year. It just gives, you know, you like, it's a new start, it's a fresh start, it's a new year. So I definitely don't see anything wrong with like moving in that aspect. I wasn't necessarily doing like a tutorial today, but I more so just wanted to like kind of put all of that out in the open because we're in a new year, and I've been wanting to let you guys just make you guys aware of all of that anyway, just what was going on with me. I'm gonna take E1, y'all. Then we're gonna go in again with that brush, kind of merge it together. And I think, you guys, I've been getting back into like that super matte highlighted look that we used to do like years ago and we stopped. But I haven't been using a shimmer. I just been using my like brighter colors. I'm trying to think of the name of that one. Y'all remember that shade that everybody was like crazy about back in the day? I probably still have it back there too. Oh, we're not just gonna leave this like this, y'all, so don't freak out on me. I'm just gonna take this clean brush, you guys, and just, I learned that trick along the way. But if you're like concerned about if it's all blending in together or not, I would suggest only using this with powders like eyeshadows, and that like if you got shimmers and stuff, this isn't the best tip to use for that. But if you're just using like plain matte shadows like I was using, you can just start going down and you just keep working your way, and you're not like pressing, but you just still kind of have like a little extra going on, a little extra pressure rather. So I'm gonna be using this Kilowatt today because I do want like a little extra glow today, in which y'all see I don't need it. We're gonna take that up here. We'll do a little bit of nose today. And I do want to go in my inner corners. So point made by one size. I am gonna go in that Bodacious Black. I just feel like we're going there, so we might as well just go. And I'm getting as close to the lash line as possible, y'all. I like to use a felt tip so that way I know that I'm not going on too thick. Now, whenever I do black eyeliner, regardless of what kind it is, I tight line. The shade Perversion by Urban Decay to Glide On 24-hour eye pencil. It seems like after years of me tight lining, I would be used to this by now, and I'm not. So before I do my mascara and smudge my liner underneath, what I've been doing lately is that I'll set my base, do my brows and my eye makeup, my foundation, not my foundation, but my highlighter, and then I'll go in with the finishing spray. This is by Scandinavia, and this is their bridal mist. And I don't know, it just does something, especially when I do go in with like highlighter. I want my skin to look like almost luminous. It really does make the difference. This sets like really fast, but it doesn't melt your makeup like a setting spray would. It just more so finishes it, really locks it in. So it gives that look. But if you need your makeup, turn my fan off, I'm sorry. But if you need your makeup to be melted in prior to, this ain't the one. you need to go in with either something like a Charlotte Tilbury, or if you need hydration, maybe like a Fix Plus, and then finish it off to lock it in with this. I do it before, definitely before my mascara, but more so before like smudging, just because I'm not a risk taker like that. I'm not a professional makeup artist either. It wouldn't matter, but I just do it because I don't want to find out, especially today when I'm on camera. Don't you see that? You see how my skin looks now? I love it. So this is the Huda Beauty Legit Lashes. So what I like to do is I go in with the curl and length for one coat, and then I might do 1 to 2 coats of the volume, just depending on how my lashes look at the time. I'm taking E4, y'all, and just smudging it out before I go in on the bottom with the mascara. So I'm gonna take this NYX Line Loud, what shade is this? Total Baller. Just line my lips. Now this is ColourPop's Quickie. I don't know if they even sell this shade anymore. And then finally I'm gonna top it with Natasha Denona's. I'll link it down in the description box below. I'll tell y'all what this is, but it's like a frosty pink. I do want kind of like a frosty finish to this today. Okay, you guys, so happy new year to everyone that's here. If you're new here, my name is Robin Joy. I share beauty, fitness, wellness, as well as lifestyle content. And what you just saw and heard me talking about earlier was just my woes in starting. If you're not new here, I thank you so much for staying here and supporting me. I am looking forward to this year, sharing more of my story, more of my journey. But if you made it this far, comment down below what's one of your biggest goals for 2024. Oh my god, it's just even crazy to say 2024. That's crazy. Let's just chat about that down below. As you can tell, one of my goals this year is definitely to get this platform up and going, to enlarge our community, and to just be better holistically. Be sure to thumbs up if you like this type of content from me. Also comment down below if you do want an actual tutorial. This really was just supposed to be like me ranting, catching you guys up on my hiatus from the fall on social media. And also subscribe and turn on that notification bell, because like I said, I am excited and pumped and ready to just get my content up and going. I already have some things that just need to be edited and uploaded for you guys to see. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I love all of you guys. Happy New Year again, and I'll see you next time. Bye.